Thanks very much, Sagar. I want to extend a warm welcome to everyone attending today, the Web3 investor gathering in Davos. Thank God COVID is over. We would never be able to get as many people in this room. So welcome, friends. Welcome, family. I think we only have friends and family here, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm the warm-up act for Anthony, so you have to bear with me for like 5 minutes, but I hope I won't make it too hard for you. As a founder of a Web3 venture capital fund, I'm happy to share some of my perspectives on the direction of this industry. And as we dive into these, it's still a cutting-edge technology. It's important to take a step back and reflect what has happened. Now, 2022 is, well, the Queen would have called it an annus horribilis probably for crypto. It's been a disaster in many ways and has threatened to damage the reputation of crypto, blockchain, and Web3. I mean, companies like FTX, Terra Luna, OneCoin, Celsius, and many others resulted in people losing billions, which is never very popular if you want to move the attention to a very urgent topic. And it's true that those companies were centralized, which is completely against the very idea of blockchain. But the thing is that for most people, the distinction between centralized and decentralized may be unclear or unimportant. I predict for 2023 that the worst is yet to come. As a partner of a Web3 microfund, does that frighten me? Not the least. Not the least. Let me explain you why. History has a way of repeating itself. We've seen it with all major financial and technological innovations. In 1932, 90 years ago, there were congressional hearings in the US on the criminal actions of the financial industry. Banksters, as they were called, banksters, were accused of selling bonds they knew were worthless. A similar thing happened during the subprime mortgage crisis in 2008. And if you replace bonds with tokens, you have what's happening in the crypto world today. The key difference in the crypto world is that everybody can be their own banker with relatively few restrictions. Did we shut down the financial industry? No. We regulated it. And that's what we need to do in the crypto world too. Despite many failures, if you go back to the internet days, like Webvan, the internet is still thriving. Medical device innovation still continues despite Theranos. Telco companies remain despite WorldCom, and energy trading companies still exist despite Enron. This is a testament to the resilience of our economic system. These failures did not mark the end of e-commerce, medical technology, telecommunications, or energy. We have only one chance if we want to tackle the problems of this world, and that is innovate and implement frontier technologies. Now, as we explore the possibilities of blockchain, there are some ethical concerns and unintended consequences. And as members of the Web3 venture capital community, it is our responsibility to carefully consider these applications. It is still unclear, the jury is still out, on what the impact of blockchain technology will have on society as a whole. As early-stage investors, we are often presented with a large number of rather underwhelming opportunities, basically 95% of all startups that we see. However, among the 5%, there are some truly groundbreaking startups. One such example is AdHash. It's a Swiss company using blockchain technology to revolutionize online advertising in a way that addresses the negative effects of climate change. Did you know that the online advertising industry has a bigger carbon footprint than the entire global aviation industry? It's like proof of work is online advertising, and proof of stake is what these guys at AdHash are trying to do in the future. Another example of a company that will have a potential impact on how blockchain technology is being used is Molecule, a startup that utilizes NFTs and DAOs to enable decentralized life science research while protecting intellectual property. And it's easy to dismiss NFTs as simply overpriced JPEGs and to view blockchains as environmentally damaging. But if you look at these two companies alone, Atash and Molecule, they demonstrate that there are perfect use cases for blockchain technologies unrelated to Bitcoin, fintech, or fraudulent token schemes. And as founders work towards building sustainable solutions, Web3 is increasingly part of this conversation. I said earlier that I think the worst is yet to come in 2023. It's often said that it's darkest before dawn. I truly believe that we are just scratching the surface when it comes to understanding the full potential of Web3 architecture and these paradigm-shattering business models that can emerge from it. And as venture capital firms, especially in the early stages, we have the unique privilege of engaging with founders and discussing groundbreaking ideas long before they become mainstream. And as those who make the funding decisions, we have the power to support these innovative projects and shape the future of Web3 through our funding choices. But it's not just about funding the right projects. There's also a lot to do with blockchain as a whole. I mean, one key element is we must educate the public about the benefits and limitations of these new technologies and then break these limitations. The industry must prioritize security to prevent all this negative press about hacks and breaches, which will scare off Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ease of use is also a critical issue because currently working with crypto is as cumbersome as looking at your emails on a Nokia communicator before the iPhone came into existence. Now, I admit there are some people here who have never used or seen a Nokia communicator, but let me tell you, it was a very cumbersome process. But most important, it's all building trust. Building trust is essential in this industry that claims to be built on a trustless architecture. And as we work to overcome these challenges, we can shape the future of Web3 technology and bring about positive change. But we must also say what we really mean. Because the thing is, not since George Orwell's 1984, we as a society have so often turned the meaning of words upside down. We talk about crypto democracy when in fact the network is still in the hand of relatively few. We talk about decentralized systems when often they are not really. We talk about trust when people are defrauded every day. Unfortunately, many individuals in the crypto industry are no better than the politicians we so often criticize. It's always easy from the outside. And politicians sometimes call a lie the truth. And unfortunately, many people believe them. The same is exactly true in the crypto world. When I first entered the venture capital industry in the year 2000, the year of the dot-com crash, headlines were questioning if the internet was dead, just like now with blockchain every now and then. The VC community was reeling from regret over investing in so many underperforming internet companies. And many individuals lost a lot of money from investing in overhyped IPOs that turned out to be failures. But today, the internet industry has grown to be so much more valuable and impactful than we could have ever imagined back in 2000. I have the same belief, and I think we all have in this room, about Web3 and blockchain technology. My venture capital colleagues and I have the privilege of speaking with so many exceptional founder teams every day. It is these conversations that give us great hope that Web3 and blockchain technology will be able to make a real difference and leave a lasting impact for the better. We are only just getting started. Thank you.
Thank you, Wolfgang.